No. I'm proud of the Eagle. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. It says, what does this mean? And you said it refers to the average. Average rate at which snow is falling or accumulating from time to time equals 5. That's what it means. If you forget to put the 1 and 5 in your answer, they will give you 0 points for that. So this will be part of a 9-point question on the AP exam. Free response. If you're wondering what a free response question looks like, this is probably the best example we've seen so far what a free response question looks like on the AP exam. Raise your hand if you've done a free response in another class. Okay, so this is what the math ones look like. There are 6 of them. 2 of them you get a calculator on, and 4 of them you don't. Average rate at which snow is falling from time equals 1, time equals 5. It says, use the right-hand sum to approximate that. So I have 1/4 times, and now we got to approximate that. Using my table, what is the width of each interval? The width is 1. So 1/2 times 1 times the sum of the heights. I am looking 1, 2, 3, 4. If I'm doing right hand, where do I start adding? Yep, so I get 0.3 plus, plus, plus. Excellent. As I add these, 1.2 and 2.4 is 3.6. 4.5. 4.5 divided by 4. Okay. Otherwise known as 1.125 if you were to divide that out.
Or, I was going to say 8. No, it would be 84.
So 1.125, what is the label? What did you just find? You found the average what? Average rate. What do we measure the rate in? Inches per hour. Not squared. Question, Kaylee. Sir.
Oh, is it just because we're trying to find R, not...
Yes. Yes, very good. Now, if we go back to what we did yesterday, we had, I think it was maybe Tim, try to kind of provide a guess for what the average amount of snow was during that time frame. And people said, well, say about like 1. Well, we came up with 1.125, and that is definitely accurate. Are we okay? Do we have to move you 4? Maybe it's you. Maybe Bree is the one that's holding us all together here. She wouldn't do that.
It's true. I did not.
Thanks. Shh. Okay, the last one. Shh. The last one says, let C prime of t be a line graph below, and let it represent the rate at which consumers are being served while purchasing music on an online store, where C prime of t is measured in customers per minute. Okay, so T represents minutes, and this is C prime of T. So what this means is at time equals 2, 1 customer per minute is being served. Okay? Whereas at time 8, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 customers are being served per minute. Okay? So people are using this site at a different rate. Let's go to the basic examples here. It says, what is an overestimate for the number of customers served? And what is an underestimate? Sir?
Should we find the right hand and left hand stuff from 0 to 8?
Yes, exactly. Will you be finding the right hand or left hand for an overestimate? Talk to your friend. Right hand or left hand? Go. Five, four, three, two, one. What, Tim? Right hand is the overestimate. Okay. So I would like to do the overestimate and the underestimate. And to try to save time, we're going to break this up among the class. Overestimate will be R sub 8, and underestimate will be L sub 8. Okay? So, I would like this group here, okay? You guys all here, you guys do R sub 8, and you guys all here compute L sub 8, okay? R sub 8, L sub 8. Go.
Question, do we count half a customer?
Yep, you can count half a customer. That's fine. We're going to do R sub 8. Five, four, three, two, one. R sub 8.
22.5.
Shh. Boys and girls, L sub 8. 17.5. If everybody could please watch. Ava, if you could turn around. I just want to make sure that people kind of raise your hand if you thought about it as area, like you start counting boxes. Okay, a lot of people counted the boxes, use it as area, that's fine. The other way to do is just look at the heights. That's a 0.5, this is a 1, this is a 3, 3, 3, 3, 4, and 5. So notice, and this is 0. So you could just use those like table values and do the left and the right, and you can see you can calculate very exact. Sir?
Would the unit here be customers?
Yes, very good. So 22.5 customers is a overestimate. And 17.5 is an underestimate for customers. Okay, true or false? The number of customers that we are serving, or the rate at which we are serving customers, is increasing as time goes on. Yeah, you can see that whatever it is with the site or just people making more use of it, without a doubt, as we move to the right, the number of people being served is increasing. The question is, what is the average rate at which C double prime is increasing? Now, you've got two options here. You either have slope to find your answer, or you have this thing, 1 over b minus a times integral from a to b of f of t dt. I want you to talk with the person next to you. Do you think you use slope, or do you think you use this one? Ready, set, go. Talk. Okay, what did you get?
Slope.
Yes, it is slope. And here's why. This is used if you're looking for the average value of the function. It's not looking for the average value of c prime of t. It's looking for a rate of change. Notice how it's how c double prime. So we must find a rate of change using slope. If it said what's the average value of c prime of t, then we would go ahead and just use this guy. Question.
Probably just help that, it had t on it, so if what's anything but t, then we probably have to use that second one.
Yep, very good. So we are going to start here. We're going to do c prime of 8 minus c prime of 0 divided by 8 minus 0. So I simply use slope. What is c prime of 8? 5. And what is c prime of 0? So 5 minus 0 over 8 minus 0. Or 5/8. And anybody know our label?
Customer per minute squared.
Yep.
Because double prime, we do minute squared.
Very good. Double prime, do minutes squared. Very good. Trust me, this will help as you guys get back to preparing for the AP exam. And people do a lot better with this when we review. Yes.
Fine. So c prime is literally what's not for that.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's right. So you're
So here we go. I just talked about this, didn't I?
Yeah.
So our very last question we have, you can have the rest of the hour, is what does this mean? This means the average, and then let's just talk about what this function is. What is this function? It means the rate at which customers are being served, right? So the average rate at which customers are being served
From t equals 1 to t equals 2, or t equals 0 to t equals 8.
right? I'll write it differently this time from minute 0 to minute 8. There's another way of writing it. That's what that means. So we're going to do just a slight analysis to make sure that we are within reason here. Average rate at which customers are being served from minute equals 0 to minute equals 8. If I glance at my graph up here, you tell me when you think I'm at the average height. Okay? What do you think? Maddie, you tell me.
Oh, no.
I was talking to the other Maddie. So you're going to say approximately 3.5 is my average height.
But you stop when you just
You want me to drop it? You want me to go higher?
drop it.
3?
Yeah.
Okay, so she's going to say about 3. Notice that she didn't say that it's halfway between 5 and 0. She didn't say 2.5. She said she thought it's going to be a little bit higher because it kind of stays steady there for a while, right? I think that's reasonable, isn't it? So she thinks she's going to come up with 3. So in this situation, we don't just count the numbers. We actually have to add up all the area values. So let's do the easy ones. I'm just going to count the boxes and then try to find the area of the other pieces. With your friends, see if you can calculate the exact area here right now. Count the boxes, do the triangles, do the whole deal, count the area, go. Okay, I heard it up here. We're going to go with Hattie's assessment. She came up with exactly 20. Anybody else? Excellent. We counted the boxes. We did the work. It is 20. So therefore, we're going to go the integral from 1 to 8. I'm sorry, from 0 to 8 of c prime of t dt. This is no estimate. We came up with the exact amount is equal to 20 divided by 8. So I have to have the 1/8 in front. And 20 over 8 is, how many times does 8 go into 20? Twice. And it's actually 2.5. So we thought it might be higher. Turns out it is exactly 2.5. And what is our label? 2.5? Customers per minute. Good. So we leave you with this. You've seen 3 examples. One where you use your calculator and a function. One where you use a graph, and one where you use a table of values. You are ready to complete this section of assignments. So we are done with 5.4 right now. That involved the indefinite integral and then what we call the net change theorem. After this, we get to 5.5, which is all substitution. This is extremely heavy on algebra. People generally like the substitution spot, but it is definitely different than what we just did. Make sure you master this. Come back on Monday with questions or be ready to go, but we are going to get into this heavily. Our goal is to be able to test before Whitney has her wisdom teeth out. She has her wisdom teeth out on the 15th, a week from Wednesday. So we're going to try to test is Valentine's Day on a Tuesday? So we're that or sooner. We'll try to see where we get. I will come out with a plan next week to let you know exactly when it'll be. Do we lose Friday next week, right?
Yep.
Lose Friday. So I think we can make it work. We'll see. The week after. You don't test next week. You test the week after that. Okay? All right. Go ahead.